Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back with an update video, and I just want to tell you guys a little bit about what I've been doing since my last video. So in my last video, I talked about how I started the free code camp the free code camp curriculum, and I started the JavaScript course on that curriculum, and it was pretty fun. And I continued to do it for a little bit after my last video, but then I started asking in my server that I'm in, what what should I be doing as in terms of learning how to code and becoming a front-end web developer? Because the free code camp just seemed a little bit too, I don't know, it just felt a little bit too broad, and it didn't feel like I had an actual goal for myself. And so I started asking around there, and a lot of people suggested that I should look into not the free code camp. I should look into the Odin Project. And so basically, if you don't know what the Odin Project is, it's like free code camp. It's free. It's online, but it's not as friendly. It's not as beginner friendly at all when it comes to the Odin Project. No. Um, and I know in my last video that I said I was going to continue JavaScript and learning it on Free Code Camp, and then go back into HTML and CSS. But I don't know, something in my gut was just telling me to go and start the Odin Project. Now, one thing about the Odin Project that I was not prepared for was the amount of reading that I had to do, and the amount of reading that was to come. And I'm not a reading person at all. I really I feel like I learned a lot better when it comes to like just show me how to do it, and I'll learn how to do it instead of reading how to do it. I don't know, I'm just that type of person. But with the Odin Project, it's different. It's different. I'll tell you that. You do have to read. There's a lot of reading, but it's really good information, man. And it really sticks in your head. Like usually when I read something, it just I read it and then just goes out the other ear. But I read it and I actually retain the information because I'm paying attention to what I'm reading, and it's really good information. Really good information. Um, Also, it completely throws you into the deep end. Like completely. For starters, I never used a virtual machine. Had no idea what it was. I didn't know if I needed it. I was just kind of like, man, I don't need a virtual machine. Why do I need it? And it said that in the Odin project, they only support Mac OS and Linux users. So if you weren't any of those, if you were Windows like me, then they weren't really gonna be nice to you. So you kind of figure out stuff on your own. And so I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't need Linux. I don't need any of that. Any virtual machine. And so I was trying to do the curriculum just using just using my Windows operating system, and it was not good. I had no idea what was going on. The information wasn't matching with each other, and it was just so bad. Like I was like, damn, no, this is not good. So I went back and started doing the installations for Linux, in a virtual machine, and I did all that, and I just followed the rules, and I started installing the virtual machine into my PC. And when it was time to boot it up actually and boot up Linux, I couldn't. Something was wrong with the hard drive, and it was saying that the path to my hard drive was not clean and could not open up Linux. So I was like, what? Why? And after that, I literally tried that day. I remember for like 3 hours trying to figure out what was going on, and I kind of gave up. I gave up for like a day or two, and then I came back because I was like, I'm not gonna let it beat me up. And luckily I know about hardware, so I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take out, or not take out, I'm add another hard drive in it, which I had laying around, which I never installed for some reason. I don't know why, but I had an extra hard drive laying around, and I installed it into my PC, and I downloaded Linux and the virtual machine on that hard drive, and it worked flawlessly. I was so glad, so happy. I was like, yes, thank God. And then it was after that, it was just a great experience. I learned how to use the terminal, which was awesome. I love it. I love using the terminal to open things and to look through the files. It's just so great. It's such a great experience to learn how to do that. Um, and so after I learned the terminal and doing that, I started the HTML curriculum in the Odin project, and I did that fairly easily because I have been coding. I've coded a lot in my life, not in my life, in the past year, and you know, it just came easier to me than it would to a beginner. But I finished that, and then now I'm starting the CSS curriculum, or I'm like halfway through it, almost done with it. And once I do that, it's on to something else. I don't know what's next, but I'm excited, guys. I'm really excited to keep following along with this. Sorry. I'm really excited to keep following along with this course. I think I'm really gonna stick with it. You know, when I come home, I'm excited. I mean, I'm always home, but like even when I go out, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna go out back home and, you know, do my coding practice. It's really fun, guys, and, you know, I'm really dedicated. You know, I'm dedicated to learn how to code, learn how to become a front end web developer, and get that job, guys. I really want to. Um, and I'm assuming soon after CSS, I will be learning JavaScript, which I'll have a good grasp of already. So hopefully I'll be able to, you know, kind of skim through it until I get to the harder parts. But yeah. So yeah, guys, that's my update for today. For anyone wanting to learn about web development, I truly suggest the Odin Project, or also known as Top. Um, but just be prepared. Prepare yourself to take on a challenge. Okay, this is not easy, especially if you're a beginner. This is not gonna be easy. It's going to throw you into the deep end, and it will not be nice to you unless you really try. Once you start trying, and once you're really dedicated to learn, the Odin Project will be one of the best things you've ever done. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today, and like I said in my last video, I am recording all my progress and the process and my journey to becoming a front-end web developer. So I'm going to keep recording and keep updating you guys till I get that first job and let you guys know how I got it, and I'm going to record every step of the way. Yeah. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.